Okay guys, let's continue the chapters. So next is implicit differentiation. According to the position of the variable, a function can be divided into two types. So we have two types of function according to the position of the variables. Yeah, first is explicit function. Explicit function is a function which is represented in terms of an independent variable. Yeah, for example, we have y equals to 3x plus 1 is explicit. Why? Because y is a dependent variable and is dependent on the independent variable of x. Ya, so y itu katanya bergantung kepada x ya, karena di sini y equals to x. So x is independent, y is dependent ya. Nah, jadi explicit itu variablesnya itu kayak y di sebelah kiri, x di sebelah kanan, atau x di sebelah kiri, y di sebelah kanan. Enggak campur-campur, itu namanya explicit ya. We have been learned how to differentiate this function in the previous lesson. Next is number 2. Implicit function is a function written in terms of both dependent and dependent variables ya. Jadi kita sekarang write-nya itu, cara nulisnya itu x sama y digabungin guys. For example, y minus 3x square plus 2x plus 5 equals to 0. So in this section you will learn how to differentiate this type of function ya. And also the implicit function itu biasanya nggak bisa dijadiin ya sama dengan guys. We cannot make it into y equal to. So we have to know different method to differentiate implicit function. The rules is we have to differentiate y with respect to x ya. Jadi yang kita differentiate itu x-nya guys. Kalau y-nya itu sebagai pelengkapnya aja. So we have to differentiate the x normally, but not for the y. To differentiate the y, you have to use the chain rule. Okay. Example 1. Differentiate 2y minus 3x squared plus 5x minus 1. To solve these questions, of course, you can make it into y equal to, but I don't want to use that method again because we are already in the implicit function. So I want to teach you how to differentiate this using implicit differentiation. Yeah. So first is take a look at the x. For the x, you only have to differentiate it normally. So you will have negative 6x and then plus 5 and then plus 0 for this one. And for the 2y, you will differentiate it using chain rule. Okay, so chain rule gimana caranya? 2 is the coefficient, so you only have to rewrite the 2. And then for the y is like x, right? When you have x differentiated, it will become 1. It's the same with the y differentiated into 1 ya, sama aja. Jadi 2 times 1. And then but do not forget that we differentiate this function with respect to x. So for the y, you have to use chain rule. What is the meaning of chain rule? The differentiation of y will be 1 times the differentiation of y. So you will write 1 times y accent. Ya, y accent dapatnya dari mana? Dari differentiation of the inner function, because itu bukan x ya, tapi y. Nah, differentiation dari inner function y itu ya kita nggak tahu apa, kita nggak bisa ngitung karena kita nggak tahu y-nya apa. Jadi kita tulis aja y accent seperti itu. Kemudian kita bisa tulis lagi 2y accent equals to, let's move the 6x to the right side and also the plus 5 to the right side like this. So overall you will get y accent equals to 3x minus 5 over 2. So this is the first differentiation of implicit function. You can change it into y accent or maybe you can leave it like that. Yeah. Next is example 2. Example 2, differentiate this one. 2y squared minus 3xy plus 2x squared plus 10. Okay, so we have implicit function. That means we have to differentiate them with respect to x. Yeah, this one and this one. Okay, first is the terms without y. 2x squared. We have 2x squared. It will be differentiated to 4x. Right? 2 times 2 equals to 4 and then minus 1 for the powers. 2 minus 1 equals to 1 for x. And then for the 10 it will be 0 equals to 0 differentiated into 0 of course. Ini tetap 0 ya. Ini jadinya 0. Oke, 10 jadinya 0, 0 jadinya 0. Nah, untuk yang ini agak sedikit sulit guys. 2y square. 2y square means you have y square differentiated into 2y, right? So I will write it like this. 2 times, the coefficient is 2, you only have to rewrite the coefficient. 2 times the differentiation of y square is 2y, and don't forget to times it again with the differentiation of the inner function times y accent. Okay, it will be like that. And then for this one, it's also difficult for the negative 3xy because we have multiplication right there. Yeah, we have multiplication of 3x and y. That means we have to use uv. This one is u and this one is v. Okay, let's do this. So first we will prepare for the u accent. It will be negative 3, and the v accent will be 1 times y differentiated into 1, right? 1 times the inner function y accent. So I will have u accent negative 3, v accent equals to y accent. The formula is u accent v plus u v accent. So the final result will be negative 3y plus u, the u is negative 3x times the v accent, y accent. Okay, this one is the result for negative 3xy. It will be negative 3y and then minus 3xy accent. Okay, so I already said that before you can leave it like this, but sorry, I did a mistake. Yeah, so you cannot leave it like this. You have to make it into y accent, guys. You have to get the differentiation. Okay, let's move all of the terms without the y accent. So it will leave us 4y times y accent, 4y times y accent minus 3x y accent, and then I also have 3y at the right side, 3y at the right side, and then minus 4x. Yeah, and then for this one we can factorize the y accent in the brackets. 4y minus 3x equals to 3y minus 4x. That means y accent equals to 3y minus 4x over 4y minus 3x. So this is the differentiation for example 2. Okay, next is example 3. For example 3, we have this function sin x times cos y equals to 1. Yeah, so the first thing we have to differentiate is this one differentiated into 0, and then for the left side we will use u times v, yeah, because we have multiplication. This one is u and this one is v. Sin x will be the u and cos y will be the v. Okay, let's prepare for u accent and v accent. For the u accent, you will differentiate sin x differentiated into cos x, of course. But for v accent, be careful, we have y inside of the cos. So first you have to differentiate the cos. The cos will be negative sin y, and then times it again with the differentiation of the inner function. The inner function is y, right? So the differentiation of y is y accent. Just leave it like that. Next is using the formula. So the formula for this one will be u accent v plus u v accent, yeah. U accent cos x times the v is cos y, plus the u is sin x, times the v accent. V accent is negative sin y times y accent equals to 0. Okay, next we have to separate the terms without the y accent. That means for the left side we will have negative sin x sin y times y accent equals to, for the right side we will have negative cos x cos y, yeah. And then move the sign to the right side, you will have cos x cos y over negative sin x sin y. That means we can cross out the negative it will become cos over sine, cotangent x and cotangent y. There you go. This is the answer for example 3. Okay, next is partial differentiation. If a function contains two variables such as fx y equals to x cubed and then y square minus xy5, we can differentiate it partially. So what is the difference between this one and the implicit function? This one we have z equals to, or maybe fx comma y equal to, yeah, we have z or fxy. For the implicit function, usually the function is equal to 0, yeah. There are no other variables else than x and y. For this one we have another variables which is fxy atau maybe z, yeah. So in this function we can differentiate it partially. It's called partial because we differentiate the function twice. First, we have to differentiate the function with respect to x, yeah, as the variables. That means df over dx, right? For this one, we cannot say it's y accent, ya. Udah nggak bisa lagi y accent, guys, karena kita harus bikin dua kali. And the second one, we can differentiate the function with respect to y. That means df over dy. Yeah, when you differentiate the function with respect to x, consider that y is as a constant, ya, or coefficient. Jadi y-nya itu akan bertindak sebagai koefisien, bukan variables. When you differentiate the function with y as the variables, consider that x as a constant or coefficient. Ya, jadi x-nya itu bertindak sebagai konstan atau koefisien ketika kamu turunin terhadap y-nya. Example 1, given that fxy equals to x cubed y square minus xy5. Ya, find the first partial differentiation. Jadi kita bisa differentiate dua kali atau tiga kali, guys. Yang pertama ditanya first partial differentiation, ya. So we have to separate this function into two parts. First is fx, y. Let's say f, ya. F equals to x cubed y square minus xy5. Okay, so first we will differentiate as with respect to x, ya. Respect to x. That means we have to differentiate df over dx. When we differentiate the f with respect to x, that means kamu harus lihatnya kayak gini, guys. Jadi ini tuh kita tulis ulang, ya. X-nya di belakang. Y square x cube minus y5 x. So this one is important, ya, the order of the variables, ya, biar kalian lebih ngerti. Nah, jadi kita lihatnya tuh x-nya bukan y-nya, ya. Jadi y-nya tetap aja y square times, nggak diapa-apain, you only have to rewrite the y and then differentiate the x, 3x square, and then minus y5 y to the power of 5, and then differentiate this one, it will be 1. So the differentiation of f with respect to x is 3y square x square minus y to the power of 5. There you go. Now we have to differentiate this function with respect to y. Yeah, respect to y. That means we have to rearrange them again one more time. So we have to rearrange them like this, x to the power of 3 y square. Now we have to focus on the y, minus x times y to the power of 5. Let's focusing on the y, yeah. So the differentiation df over dy will be x to the power of 3 considered as a coefficient, so you only have to rewrite the x to the power of 3 and then differentiate the y square. It will become 2y and then minus x times 5y to the power of 4. And the answer df over dy will be x to the power of 3 times 2y, it will be 2x cubed y minus 5xy4. So this is the first differentiation of this function. Okay, next is example 2 is the same. Oh, not yet, yeah. So the second differentiation of this function will be more complicated than the first differentiation, such as we have to differentiate the first differentiation of x ya with respect to x twice again. Jadi kayak satu differentiation yang tadi kan kita differentiate udah 2 kali nih ya. Nah ini tuh nanti di differentiate lagi 2 kali, ini 2 kali juga gitu. Jadi agak repot guys. Ya, just as the first differentiation. And also we have to differentiate df over dy twice again. Jadi kita harus ngelakuin 4 kali ya. So the notation will be, for the first one is d square f over dx square. That means the differentiation of the first differentiation with respect to x, differentiate lagi with respect to x lagi gitu ya. So the next is d square f dy over dx, itu berarti differentiation dari yang y, the first differentiation yang y, differentiate lagi terhadap differentiation yang pertama yang x itu terhadap y. Aduh pusing lah ya ini ya, agak ribet bahasanya guys, jadi kalian perhatiin aja nanti caranya gimana. Example 2, given that fx equals to x cubed y square minus xy5, find the second partial differentiation ya. So we will copy the result of this one. This one is the first differentiation of the function ya. The question is the same, so we can copy this one. Okay, so this one is df over dx ya. So we have to find the second differentiation, right? That means for each of them we have to do twice ya. For the first one I want to find d square f over dx square ya. That means you have to differentiate this with respect to x. Okay, with respect to x means the variables is this x ya, x square. Nah cuman ini doang, berarti ini di differentiate jadi apa? It will become 3y square times 2x guys. So the answer will be 6y square x. Cuman kayak gitu doang. Oke, nah kalau udah, yang kedua, ini yang pertama, yang kedua kita harus differentiate dia, tapi kali ini terhadap y. Jadi kamu tulisnya dy over dx, dy dx gitu ya. Jadi sekarang variablesnya itu bukan x lagi, tapi y. Jadi kita kasih warna lagi biar bagus. Kayak gini ya, bener nggak? Tadi soalnya apa sih? Ya betul. Betul ya. Nah ini y5 nya juga kita lihat sekarang as a variables. So the answer will be 3x square, itu koefisien ditulis aja. Next is y square. Y square it will become 2y and then minus 5y4. There you go. And the answer will be 6x square y minus 5y4. Okay, so we are finished for the df over dx. Next is df over dy ya. Pertama kita turunin dulu terhadap x-nya ya. dx dy. Berarti variabelnya itu x guys. Jadi ini kita ubah dulu jadi x pangkat 3. Di sini jadi x ya. Yuk kita turunin terhadap x. Berarti 2y-nya ditulis ulang. X to the power of 3 will become 3x square. And then minus 5y to the power of 4 times x differentiated into 1. Okay, so this one will be 6x square y minus 5y4. The differentiation of df dy terhadap x. Nah, kita bikin yang kedua. Yang kedua kita bikinnya terhadap y ya, d square f over dy square. Itu artinya terhadap y. Nah, kalau terhadap y itu berarti ini harus diganti. X pangkat 3y ya. X pangkat 3-nya hitam, y-nya x-y pangkat 4. X terus y pangkat 4. Oke, sekarang kita fokus ke y-nya. Ke y-nya berarti 2x pangkat 3-nya tetap, kali y-nya itu jadi 1, minus 5x-nya tetap, ini 4-nya turun, y-nya pangkat 3. Gitu ya. Jadi kita punya 2x pangkat 3 minus 20 xy pangkat 3. Nah, selesai. Ini namanya partial differentiation guys. A little bit complicated than the others ya. Nih. Ini agak susah guys. Okay. And the next is differentiation of parameter function. Yeah. So another type of function is parameter function, for which the variable of x and y are represented in terms of another variable, usually t. Yeah. For example, we have this function x equals to 2t minus 1 and y equals to 3t minus 5. Yeah, actually we can combine them to get the original function. Yeah, y equals to blah 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 blah. But we don't want to do that because we want to differentiate it directly. So to differentiate directly, you have to differentiate them one by one, differentiate the x and differentiate the y one by one, and then combine them using this formula. Dy over dx equals to dy over dt over dx over dt. Yeah. Let's take a look at the example. Example 1, we have y equals to 5t plus 4, and then for the x we have 3 minus 2t. Yeah. So the question is find the differentiation of this function, yeah, in terms of dy over dx. So as you can see, we have t right here, the variables, another variables t. That means we can differentiate the y with respect to t. Yeah, that means we have to see the t as a variables. That means 5t will become 5, and then the 4 will become 0. Yeah, we don't write the 0. Next is dx over dt. For dx over dt, it will become 0 minus 2. So it will be negative 2. That means the dy over dx will be dy over dx will be dy over dt over dx over dt. So the final answer will be 5 over negative 2 equals to negative 5 over 2. Yeah, this is the differentiation of this function. Next, example 2. For example 2, we have y equals to 5 sine x. Sorry, not x, yeah, 5 sine theta. Okay, and then for the next one is x equals to 5 cos theta plus 1. Okay, so for this one, we can find the differentiation with respect of theta. Dy over d theta equals to 5 times cos theta. For this one, we have to find dx over d theta. That means 5 times cos will become negative sine theta, and then plus 1 will become plus 0. Yeah, we don't have to write the 0. So this one is dy over d theta and dx over d theta. Next, we have to find dx over dy over dx. The formula will be dy over d theta over dx over d theta. Okay, let's put the function 5 cos theta over negative 5 sine theta. You can cross out the 5 and you will get negative tan theta. Yeah, sorry, cotangent theta. Okay, you can express the dy over dx like this, or maybe you want to convert it back into the y and x. So you'll get, okay, let's try this. So for this one, sine theta will be y over 5, right? So we can change this sine theta into y over 5, and then the cos theta. Let's try to find cos theta. X minus 1 equals to 5 cos theta. That means cos theta equals to x minus 1 over 5. Yeah, so we can change the cos theta into x minus 1 over 5, and then you can cross out the 5. So the final answer will be x minus 1 over negative y. You can express it like that too. Yeah, okay, I think that's it for today. Thank you for listening. We will meet again in my next video. Bye.